Hi, friends. You know, one of the things that I do not like this time of the year, I do not like how dark it gets so early in the day. It's just so dark. You know one of the things that I love this time of year? I love Christmas lights. Don't you love Christmas lights? When people go to the trouble of decorating their home with, it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be special, just a few lights in the darkness. I love it. Always makes me happy. There's something about light shining in darkness that it just kind of warms our hearts. And it reminds me of a prophecy that God gave to Isaiah that speaks to us at this time of year. Here's what Isaiah said. He said, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. You've enlarged the nation. You've increased their joy. They rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest." And then he goes on to explain where this great joy, like light shining in the darkness, where this joy comes from. It comes from the birth of a child. He says, "For to us a child is born. For to us a son is given. And the government will be on his shoulders. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the greatness of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever." That's a prophecy of the birth of Jesus. The birth of Christ, the Messiah, into this world was like a light shining into a dark place. He brought us hope. He brought us joy. He brought us a promise of redemption and salvation. Think about it. If the birth of Christ brought that much joy, how much joy will his return bring to this world? Someday he will come back. No matter how dark the world gets, that promise will not change. Someday our Redeemer will come back and we will lift our heads and rejoice. So right now, Christmas lights are sort of a promise and an invitation for us to place our trust in Christ, the one who came to bring light into this world, and to wait with eager expectation for him to come again. So I hope this Advent season will be a season of joy for you, no matter how dark it is outside, no matter how dark the world can feel around you. Christ has come. Light has broken into this dark world, and the light of Christ will come again. So let's place our trust in him, and let's rejoice. Our light will come.